Hi everyone and welcome, my name is Dora and this is my finale to Project Level Up. So not too long ago I posted my previous update to Project Level Up. I had you all vote on my level 3 palette. I gave you 3 different options and by far the one that got more than 80% of the votes and won is the ABH Riviera palette. I'm really happy to say that I have managed to hit level 3. I will be showing you 3 new pans in this update and also showing you that I've used every single other shade in this palette 3 times at least. Maybe more than that, maybe not. I do want to bring Project Level Up back next year in 2025. I've got an idea. I want to do a Project Level Up in the exact original rules or parameters that Sofie Alexandra started this project with. But I do want to pair Project Level Up with another eyeshadow project as well. Put them into one project so that I'm more inclined to give you monthly updates. This project has just really been in the background throughout 2024. I feel a bit bad about that because it's such a fun project and I really enjoy watching it as well. I realize this looks like the plant is in the candle, but there's quite a bit of distance here. So just in case you're worried, let me move that a little bit. My goal for this year was to just make it to level 3. That's what I managed to do last year. Last year I hopped on late in May, but still made it to level 3, started with my level 4 palette, and then when I introed again at the beginning of this year, I went back to level 1. The goal next year, of course, is to make it all the way until level 5. But let's talk about the ABH Riviera palette here. I got this from Ruth, by the way, who's so lovely. I'm going to link her up here in the cards. She's also linked in my description box below, along with Sofie Alexandra. And I think there should be a collab playlist link there as well if you wanted to watch everyone else who's doing this project. So Ruth gave me this palette. I inherited a pan from her. So you should now be seeing a picture of what this palette looked like at my previous update. So I had introduced you to 3 palettes, as I said. This one, thank you so much to everyone who voted, won by far. And then as soon as I saw that Riviera was, 100% gonna be the winner, I started working on this already. And here is what this palette is looking like today. Right, so I have hit my 3 pans in 2 of the shades that I said I wanted to, and then 1 I pulled out. I did want to originally hit pan in Yacht as well. Such a beautiful shimmery topper shade, but I decided not to because I think it's just so precious. It was also interfering with my Pan That Palette Franken shadows that I still want to finish before the end of the year. So I decided to just stick with 3. It just seemed like a no-brainer to go and try and hit pan in Sails instead. This white powdery matte shadow. Okay, let's go through the new pans then. So Sails I already showed you. I managed to hit pan in this shadow after 13 uses. I was obviously using a very small brush, not a lot of product each time. But I still think, 13 uses is good. And then the first pan I actually hit was Estate. And I hit that pan after 1 use. Wow, that was great. That felt amazing. I was like, yes, I can do this. I can definitely do this for the end of the year. And then the third pan and the final one that I needed was in the shadow Cans. I already said I wanted to do that one, this beautiful purple matte shadow. And that took me 9 uses. And I only hit that yesterday. I do want to go over the amount of uses for all of the shades now though. So Sails, 13 for pan, but I actually ended up using it 14 times. And then the rest of this top row here, so this is the pan I already had from Ruth in Mediterranean. 3 uses on all of these shadows here, all of these shimmers in the top row. Estate, 1 use to hit pan, but of course I still had to use it 2 more times to make for those 3 uses, or no pan left behind 3 times through. And it's definitely the biggest pan, and I can see that, the rust is there for sure. Then Cabana, Coastline, Bahamas, and Monte Carlo I used 3 times. And Cans, like I said, 9 to hit pan and 1 extra use today wearing it as a transition shade. And Palm, of course, also 3 uses. So you can see I didn't do any more than those 3 uses. It's just that time of the year now where I am not wasting any uses on shadows that I no longer need to work on. I want to laser focus on my Pan That palette. I've got a couple of looks for this palette as well to show you. For that first look that you're seeing, I was using Estate all over the lid to hit pan in it or expand it at that point, I'm not even sure. Then I wore a Pan That palette shadow, a brown shimmer in my outer corner, and then I wore Coastline as well as Sails in my crease. So yeah, crease, brow bone, and Yacht went all over my lid at the end with my finger. I wore this look or a variation of it. I think once I hit my 3 uses on Estate, I moved on to Coastline. So I wore that the exact same way and I really liked it. There's something really lovely about this shadow, Yacht. I just find it so fine milled. It makes it look really velvety on your eyelids. Super beautiful. And then for that second look, I was wearing Seychelles, the blue shimmer, turquoisey one, all over my lid. Just a very light wash of it on top of the Vive Eye Wand and Silver Mink. So that definitely changed the color of it quite a bit, made it more muted. I then went in with Charcoal from my Pan That palette, which is a black matte on the outer corner. And I used Mediterranean all over my lid, again applied with a finger just to cool that down more. Yeah, make it more grey blue rather than teal. In today's look, I still had to complete, you know, my 3 uses on a few shades. And I am wearing, again, a light brown neutral shimmer all over my lids from my Pan That palette. And then I still needed to use Palm, so I used that in the outer corner. I also used Palermo all over my lid, again applied with my finger. And then I used Cans in my crease just to expand that pan a little bit as well here. And that's that. This was so much fun. Thank you so much for watching, and I will tell you now, as a little bonus, because you've been here all the way until the end, I have plans for this palette for next year. And I'm very, very, very excited about it. So yeah, make sure you stick around so you find out what that is going to be. Tell me if you have got this palette as well. And do you think this is a good representation of what the Anastasia formula is like? Because this is my only ABH palette, so I don't know. I don't know how different it is or might be to, say, a subculture or a soft glam or a sultry, etc. Yes. So thanks again for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or night, wherever you are, and I'm sending you so much love. Take care. Bye.